All right, we have our final subtopic in topic 6, documentation and warnings. And this is about the design of warnings themselves. This is a warning. This document right here, this danger is the signal word. Here's what here's the description. We've got additional attention grabbing elements. And there are key aspects to these designs that we should think about in human factors. So there are 4 basic components to an official warning, okay? So first we need a signal word, and there are 3 words that I want you to think about for this class: danger, warning, and caution. Danger is the most severe, caution is the least severe, and these have very particular definitions, ISO standard sorts of definitions, these words. So first, big signal word. This is what lets us know, hey, this is something I should pay attention to, and how much should I pay attention to it? Next, we need a description of what the hazard is. Then we need the consequences associated with the hazard. How can I hurt myself with this? Why does it make it, why is this a hazard? What's bad about it? And then finally, what do I do? What behavior should I adopt in order to avoid the hazard or minimize the damage of, that it could cause? So those 4 things. And here we go. This is an example. Danger is my signal word. Here is my description of the hazard. Here are the consequences of that hazard, potential, severity. And then what do I do to avoid those? I shake well before opening. I minimize, that risk. So I've got all 4 elements here. This is an effective and completely designed warning message. So what do signal words mean, and what should you think about for things like your assignments? So the word danger is reserved for hazards that would likely result in severe injury or death. Okay, so really only the biggest, scariest, most deathable things. Okay, do not touch. It'll kill you and it'll hurt you the whole time, right? So danger is the highest level of risk of severity. Next, we have warning. So this is defined as hazards that could result in personal injury or death, but also might not if you're exposed to them. So they could just hurt, or they could just, you could be fine. But warning is between danger and caution. And then caution is generally things where, you could have a minor injury or property damage, but these are not major, like death sorts of scares here. So again, danger, and then warning, and then caution. And each of those has, scoped meanings in the world of warnings. Each signal word is also color coded. So this is something that's upheld as well. So red is used for the highest level of severity, orange less so, yellow less so. And if we continued to go down the list, blue and green are also lower on this list, but they don't come with particular signal words that we can use. So this lines up, I hope, those words: danger, warning, caution, and red, orange, yellow are always consistently in that order. And signal words are not always distinguishable to your general public of workers, especially warning and caution. So that's something to take into account. When in doubt, make sure you have more information rather than less, so that people can, get the need to know and maybe the nice to know on the side there. So that they can, fully understand it. Too much labeling is a bad thing. We don't want to clutter things. We don't want to add so much noise or so many words that people ignore a sign because they don't want to spend all that time reading, like the terms and conditions, sorts of things. I'm not, as a human, I'm just not going to read that. So you don't want a warning to have that same sort of effect, and therefore, minimize or at least limit the verbiage. If we fail to design an effective warning, what are the consequences? This is where litigation comes into play. If somebody hurts themselves and they weren't adequately warned of a hazard. I mentioned a couple times about the cover your butt needs here. It's not ideal, but it can be important from a product design sort of perspective, from a human systems perspective. Warnings are things that can be pilot tested and evaluated and refined. And so human factors engineers, this would be potentially part of their job is I need to convey this really important message about safety to my workers. Let's try this message, see how well it gets through. Let's try something a little different. And then documenting our successes and I guess also failures with communication of these hazards through warnings. This helps us learn. This helps us, do better with our designs in the future. And that's it for topic 6. Thanks a lot. Next, topic 7 is hearing and noise. That'll come next week. Okay, thank you.